Okay, so a lot of people are mad at Steve Harvey for multiple reasons, and sadly enough, it's been another consecutive year to where Steve Harvey is getting extreme hate and extreme backlash from, um, from everybody. Um, he just recently met with Trump and his plan, working in plans with trying to improve the inner city. And we have the issue with Steve Harvey in his comments about Asian men. And a lot of people are, going in on Steve Harvey saying that, yeah, that was a racist statement. And who the fuck are you to say um, what race of men that black women cannot date? And I want to get in on that. I side with Steve Harvey because um, he didn't really say anything wrong, and he's just a comedian. And plus, I kind of take it in as like an eye for an eye, tooth for a tooth, because the Asian community has been taking a lot of jabs at the black community, and we've never seen any of them get, the harsh backlash that they get. For example, we don't even know who made that racist commercial of that racist Chinese laundry detergent commercial. We were just outraged of it even airing. Even if it wasn't in America, we was mad that it was even published, that it even aired. We never discovered who made the freaking video. We never figured that out. We were just enraged about, yeah, we were just enraged about the freaking video itself. We never figured out who was the person. And then when we see, or we do get a person who was racist and Asian, um, the backlash was slow. It wasn't really there. And for instance, a lot of Asians, or I see a lot of Asians making this kind of cheesy argument of how they were like they're the least desired men on dating apps, and so black women by default, because they're not wanted on dating apps, that they're the perfect match. They're the ugly ducklings who realize that they're not ducks or whatever. But anyways, see this person walking by. Um, but anyways, okay, good. But anyways, what I wanted to say, yeah, he was not in the wrong. And these Asian guys, they like putting up that argument, but they forget who was the one who catchphrased black women being the ugliest women. It was an Asian man. It was, I believe, a Japanese man who resided in England, and he made this bogus research saying that African American women are the least desired because of their facial features, and it's, I believe he said something that is too broad, and that they're too manly, their attitude. Granted, this was not Tommy, and I doubt he even listens to Tommy, because I think Tommy really wasn't on that coon shit that bad back in the day. I believe his research was done in like 2009 or 11. But anyways, but anyways, that was an Asian person um, who acted independently. He was not he was not acting along or cohorting with rappers or black men who are known to disrespect black women. This was an Asian man who did it on his own. And we can point to other Asian men who've taken jabs at black people and black women. There's a Korean artist named Rain, and in a song that he made called "La Song," whatever that's supposed to mean. Um, there's an image, a scene in the video where he's kissed by a black woman, I think, and she magically gets a big ass. What is in the mind of these fools? You know, and I never really got into making a video about racism and K-pop, but a lot of these a lot of these artists, they take jabs on their own platforms. They're making jabs about how ghetto black people are, and they make cheesy slang and try to act like us, and they're doing everything in their power to use the N-word. Oh gosh. So just making sure this thing is on. So Asians have had um a exposure to the fuckery. They've been acting up on it, and I don't like that. Black men are made to be the bad guys. Um, because we're telling the truth, or we're just stating the obvious. And let's be obvious. A lot of black women are not. They're not dating Asian men. There's hardly any women who really fantasize about even being with these men, unless it's some K-pop dude or some, um, yeah, basically, unless it's some K-pop dude, artist or whatever. In reality, they're not eyeing Jackie Chan. They're not eyeing Jet Li. They're not eyeing that little short comedian guy. They're not eyeing anybody. Black women are not even in the circles of Asian men. Even in suburbs, which I rarely see. Black women dating or even eyeing, or unless they're really into anime. But even with that, they're not really. They don't have like a real alliance or a real friendship with Asians, unless they're trying to force themselves to learn Korean or doing these weird pen pals or whatever. Um, you know, it, there isn't a lot of that, and I don't think Steve Harvey was in the wrong. You can go to ask the average black woman, do they find Asian men attractive? They may say like, yeah, I might date one, but they're not really eyeing them. So it's fake. It's fake outrage, and this is the problem. And black people are waking up to this because black folks, we've been supporting liberals and we've been supporting all these other races, and now these other people are attacking us because we can't make a joke or we can't say whatever we want or whatever, and we can't even make a freaking statement or whatever. So we're gonna have to cut ties with these people or whatever. We're we're done with them. We gotta cut ties with them. Um, we're done. Because they're gonna stab us in our backs eventually, and the eventually has happened. Um, so, anyways, Steve Harvey was not in the role. And black folks are getting a wake-up call pretty quickly and realizing that our so-called allies and the people of color are not really for us. And so this is one example, and I stand with Steve Harvey. The only problem with Steve Harvey that I have is that he has been cooning in other instances, when he sided with Paula Dean, and when he what's that other incident, and that whole forgiveness with the cop, that threw me off, where the two, where like the black guy went to jail for like 5 years or something, and like the cop was racist, he was on bullshit, and he got away scot-free, and the black guy forgave him, and he was like, talking about Jesus and God. I'm like, the dude got away scot-free. What the hell does Jesus or God has to do anything? He didn't even get punished. You got a slap on the wrist, and look at you serving time that you didn't deserve. You didn't deserve that shit. You didn't do that. But so that's my only problem. That's my only issue, with Steve Harvey on that note, because, that was just straight up cooning. But in this instance, it's not, the Asian thing, I'm not even offended by it. It's a reality. What black women are going apeshit crazy over Asian men? There isn't any. And then you have Crystalline Kerrison making her little bitch ass video about, oh, who are you to tell us who not to date? I'm like, I mean, like, and like, she's broad stroking and she's trying to find all these Asian men who like black women, and I'm like, in all, there is no really attraction. Granted, yeah, you will see some BW relationships, but it's so small and minute. Like, I don't see it. It's not large. Secondly, I've been seeing these weird articles about Asian men. They can steal. I can steal your girl. Videos. I mean, not videos, articles. I'm like laughing at, like, how are Asian men gonna steal black women? It's like, you guys are not even original, even with your K-pop or whatever. Like, yet again, when you're using your K-pop stance, you're using black lingo, black dance, black vernacular, and so basically you're just copying us, and you're just dumbing it down. So, I'm not even like, you don't have any chips. I mean, at least with black men, even though I can go stereotypical, we can look at athletes, we can look at D-boys or whatever. We can look at guys who work out. There's actual, like, we can easily find muscular black men. We can easily find black men who do sports, black men who do whatever. I mean, with Asian men, like, there really isn't any, with Asian men, there really isn't any, there really isn't any promotion. There's none. And so, I don't understand the fuss about it or anything. It's like, hey, you guys are not promoted. You guys don't promote yourself, and the little promotion that you do have is weak. The K-pop stuff, the karate stuff, I mean, people aren't going to take that seriously. So, that's my video, and whatever.